Welcome everybody, welcome to the tomb of illumination. Got another lesson on the flat earth physics today. This will be interesting to all globe theory delusional believers and those who want to get a grip on how the flat earth system works. It's about the planetary motions, and you might want to refer to Ptolemy's planetary cycles to make some connections with what I'm about to say or show you. Okay? So in Ptolemy's model, he had the Earth at the center, then he had all the concentric circles with all the luminaries on them, right? So he had Earth here, he had the Moon here, Moon, M, then he had Mercury, Venus. I think he put, did he put was he the one who put the smiley face out here as the sun? Smiley face? I think it was him. Then we had Mars, Jupiter, and then we had Saturn. Okay? Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. So he's got the sun in the middle of these three. Sometimes I get confused with his model and some other model where they had the sun. Oh yeah, okay. On the ancient model, might even be before his, they show the fiery ring around here. Because at the end of the day, what you got to realize, you don't know this now, is that center represents the black hole of creation. And that black hole comes out and becomes Earth in the created world, in our created realm. This is all back at creation, which is up here. This is the actual ecliptic plane. It's a plane. That is a plane. That's a 2D plane. And how our created realm came into existence is when this started turning and created the suction, which formed a vortex. Then this vortex becomes the 3D, which created our realm into 3D. We came into this toroidal field realm, 3D realm. Okay? So all the stars we see in the sky at night are all in this S, doing the S curve and then back up again. So it's a figure eight. So all the stars do this over a day. The moon is in there too, does that over a month. And the sun that's on the top plane here does this too, because the top plane flexes. The plane flexes. Okay? So the black hole stays here, and the sun stays up here. The unseen sun, not the sun we see. This is where people are fooled or can't follow me because they're not understanding the duality here. Creation and the created. So back in the center of creation here, all hidden in the Arctic center, because there has to be a central point for everything to move around, and this is why everything moves around us. Okay? So this plane here, it actually goes, you've got to realize it does this. It comes down. Look. It comes down and up like that. It's probably another representation of the Eye of Ra. It does this. It comes down because it's contraction and expansion. Okay? And as that plane's contracting, this would be, so when it draws down and out, it goes down and out. So down and out is this in our realm. You've got to realize it does this. That's down and out. That's down and out. Black hole there. the sun on its horizon, the pure plasma, sun we don't see, which is the fire in the middle here, offset. The sun is offset. This is why we have all this delusional model with the globe. They don't tell you that the sun moves around the black hole just like all these planets do. So when the field is down and out, this is our December solstice, because this represents the 24-hour sun all the way around the Antarctic region. It's infinite. That's why it's light. 24-hour sun. 24-hour sun. December 21, say. But you've got to understand on the 3D model, it all depends on latitude, you see. Because, how do I describe that? Let's say you're out in Antarctica. Well, you've got to imagine this flexing ecliptic plane might be flat out there, but as you come in, it's going like this. It's like a graph as you flat out. As you come in latitude, it's doing this. So the more it tilts, the more you only see night and day. But the lower you get, the more day you get, day, then you get out to here. Right out here, it's 24-hour day, 24-hour. But as you're coming in latitude, you've got to understand this system here, up and in and down and out. Because you've got to realise this part of the hemisphere is down and out for their summer, but it's up and in, it's their winter up here. So obviously as you come in, it's going to change, right? So you've got to understand this flexing. So the sun, the original sun, the sun of creation doesn't move, he stays. What you've got to realise is creation is always sort of opposite to the created. The creator and the created, they're opposite. So we know it like this. Even Google knows it like that, because it's their flipping emblem on their Google. It's on my laptop. They draw this picture like this because they know. They know the whole system. And this is like another representation of the black hole and the sun on its horizon, or a 2-to-3 ratio in here. And this is the baby Jesus representation, you see. And the sun, whether you call it S-U-N or S-O-N, and the black hole, the Father. And this is actually what this means. Fa or Ra, Fa or Fa, and then Ra. Father and the Son. Father and the Son, okay? It's got a broad representation, but it's all about the holy place, holy land, creation, everything. This represents the awoken one, the illuminated one, the Jesus one, whatever. Okay? So it's understanding that this flexing of the plane up here. It's that flexing that sends the sun down and out in our realms. That's hidden up in the Arctic Centre. But the sun follows the Earth's magnetic field, which is the flexing plane, which has the thing come out here in our tropical gap, or, you know, back up and in. Down and out, up and in. Down and out, up and in. It's this flexing of this ecliptic plane. Okay? And that's why you get this in and out motion of the sun's dilemma. At the same time, the sun is going around the flat earth every day. Okay? But you come down like that, down like that, October, November, December. Okay, and then you're going back up to their June solstice, December solstice. Okay. There's your down and out, December solstice. Up here's your June solstice. Up here, up and in. Well, it's getting smaller because it's going into the centre of the Earth. This is your planned view of your Earth. You've got to understand expansion and contraction. We expand with the field relative to the expansion and contract back with the field because everything is of the light. Walter Russell told us that, didn't he? So it's understanding this flexing, okay? Now, what you've got to realise now, see that ecliptic plane is the 2D horizontal plane, okay? Back at creation there's the plane. Flat plane, 2D, just gives nothing to it, the side there, it's 2D, it's all down in here, black hole centre, okay? But what happens is, there's Earth, okay? What happens now? This becomes perpendicular, so it's this way, okay? And some of the old maps here have the firmament written on here, okay? And everybody thinks the firmament's over here and there's your Earth, the firmament. No, you've got to understand that represents Cancer, the line of Cancer, because it's gone right out to here. The plane is out to here, there's Cancer. Cancer, that's the northern hemisphere. Then from here to there is the southern hemisphere. And look how it curves down. Curves down. You know, all these people, they know the sky in the centre north is flat, but it's curved in the south. This is all a parabolic projection. It's all to do with the concave mirrors. Okay? So the ecliptic plane becomes vertical. So you're going to get the moon, you're going to get Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, all up in here. Now, some can argue that the sun is in here. Sun is in here. But you've got to realise all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, maybe the moon's included because it's our realm. We need the negative, because like in a wiring system, a common and a neutral, put them together, what do you get? A spark. Or you add the moon to it. Because the 7, that, you know, you got 6 plus the 7 makes the sun. So all these are like light bands of the light spectrum, you could say, and they all make up the sun. So whether you think you see the sun down here, you're seeing it through all these refracted light bands, or whether you're seeing through the bands and seeing the sun up here, because we're told in religious texts that he's the king of the castle sitting up there, so I say he's up there, but you know, back at creation he is up there, he's right at the top here, he's sitting up there, the real one, with the Father, he's up top here. We see it in here going up and down. So you can put it there, you can put it there, but I don't know why they put it here. I know why they put it there, because of the tropics, that's where we see it. So they put it in the middle here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They just put it there. So, now, referring to Ptolemy's epicycles and things like that, why are they saying there's these epicycles? Well, you've got to think, it's coming over us. We can draw it this way if we want. Oh yeah, this is a better way to draw it now. Come over here. Careful that. There's the Earth and there's our arc of horizon. Because we all see our own individual images of all the sister bodies. They're all perpendicular back to the observer. It's all equal distance. It's for the sun does not change size no matter what bullshit you hear online. Other flat earthers telling you, disregard it. They're either shills or they're flipping stupid. Okay? So everything's passing over you, over this arc. So there's your vertical system here now. Flipped. Instead of being horizontal, it's now vertical. Okay? So the planets are going over you all the time. Okay? But if you're filming, they're sort of going that way and coming back this way, which is basically what the sun is doing, up and down and out here, because it's the same system. All the planets in the sun are all up on this plane here. All the planets are up here, flexing with the plane. So as the plane flexes in and out, they're going to go like that, and this is why Ptolemy's system has this going on, has these epicycles. They like to draw it like this, like the planet's doing this as it's going around this, going around your Earth, going like you could consider that part as going over your horizon. This is your horizon, okay? And these are moving. And you got to realise the movement is in relation to the sun. This is another very confusing thing, because they haven't calculated the sun moving with the planets. Okay, so it's moving with the sun, if you can imagine that, because they're all moving around the ecliptic plane. They're all moving. The sun's moving in here, which is connected to the Milky Way, that comes out to our realm. It goes like this. Our sun's out here in the tropical gap. Remember, that's Cancer. That's to here. And the sun's here. That's moving around. It's moving around as this turns. This field here is turning. But all the planets are turning. They're all going, but they're all at different their own speeds, because the field strength comes out of here and reduces in the wave on the way out. It's dissipating in strength. Understand? It's more condensed. It's like the earthly system. Everything contracts into the northern hemisphere. Everything's expanding as we move south. Everything is interrelated, all connected, if you open your mind and just ignore all the BS you've learnt at school. So once you realise the sun's moving, the planets are moving, go and research what Ptolemy had, and you'll start understanding. You really got to think deep though. Because you think, well, how do these scientists know all these epicycles, whatever, when all they're seeing is the planet go over there like that? It's just doing a nice 180 degree arc. But you got to understand the movement and its relation with the sun. Okay? That's it there. Understanding what the flipping firmament means. What does the firmament mean? This is the firmament. It goes there. He's written it there because it's there. And it's here. Because they're two south poles. And why is it there and there? Because this field has its own cycle. This is the northern hemisphere cycle, but it's all mirrored out here due to the parabolic concavity of the toroidal field. Everything is mirrored here. It gets quite complicated trying to explain it. It has to be all broken down like a magnet to get you to fully understand it. So if I haven't got it on my mind, I can't explain it straight off the top of my head myself. Because you know, where's it coming from? Is it coming from here? Or is it coming from here? So in that aspect, you've got to realise this area here represents creation. This is our realm now. So this represents the black hole basically. That's where Earth came from, is this black hole in the centre here. Remember I said we came out of there? Earth came out of that place there. That's why we're fixed and stationary, because the black hole is fixed and stationary. It doesn't move. It doesn't move. It doesn't move. All the action's here, look. it's all around the horizon, and this you get that. You see, you got Cancer and Capricorn. Imagine it like that now down here. There's the friction. There's the friction. There's the friction. There's the friction. This is electrostatic repulsion, because they're not coming together because they're both south poles. It's all the same stuff. This represents the black hole, because we've been created. We have to imitate creation. So now we have to have our black hole area somewhere, and this is it. This is the dielectric. So back at the black hole, I'll draw that black hole. You've got to well, there's friction on both sides apparently, or something like that. I don't know if I haven't got my mind on that one. But anyway, it does represent that, okay? Because this here is this is around here, isn't it? And here. Bang, bang. All the friction. And all the friction. Electrostatics or capacitance create an electromagnetic induction, because this field and this field come together right here and go boom, there's the sun. It's always forever, they're all turning. Everything is turning thanks to the central vortex of creation, to the four winds, convection. The whole system's turning in here, goes back to 0 point. It's turning, so you get bang, the sun's now here, bang, it's now there, bang, now there. But when the sun's not there, the field is just dropping straight down to the ground here, straight down to the ground here, and then crossing over to come up here. And this field comes along, comes around, drops down, and then goes back up and out of here. Understanding the two systems, you've got the Milky Way into there, you've got the Milky Way coming up to the guts here. Where they meet, boom, the real plasma sun. It's all there. Flat Earth physics. It's the truth. It's all fact. You can't debunk it when you start, if you can think, add it all together. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share. Truth has got to get out there.